Good evening. It is 10 p.m. here in Seoul. I'm Ari, the AI anchor with the headline news. Starting next week, the government will begin suspending the licenses of trainee doctors who have not returned to work at hospitals, urging defiant doctors to return to their patients' sites. Second Vice Health Minister Park Min-soo issued a stern warning on Thursday, stating they would face consequences otherwise. If the government proceeds with the suspensions, they will take place some 5 weeks after trainee doctors walked out of hospitals en masse, protesting the government's decision to increase the medical school admission quota by 2,000 starting next year. With South Korea rapidly aging nation, President Yoon emphasized the government's role in taking care of senior citizens through public housing and medical support. This came as on Thursday, as President Yoon hosted a policy discussion with citizens on that topic in Wonju City in Gangwon-do Province. Specifically, Yoon said, pledged to supply 3,000 public homes annually for financially hard-up elderly people. Silver Stay, a senior living project which includes comprehensive services, was also announced. As for medical support, he pledged to expand at-home medical care, raising the number of long-term home visit centers to 250 nationwide. In addition, he said, more local senior centers will offer healthy meals and even provide delivery services. Candidate registration for South Korea's general election started this morning and will continue for 2 days, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Personal details of registered candidates can be found on the National Election Commission's website. Starting April 1st, booklets containing each candidate's pledges will be available on the site. In this election, there are 300 National Assembly seats up for grabs, with 254 being elected through local constituency polling and 46 through proportional representation. The election is expected to be an evaluation of the Yoon administration, which is in its 3rd year, and the main opposition Democratic Party of Korea, which currently holds a controlling majority in the National Assembly. South Korea's exports for the first 20 days of March saw an on-year rise on the back of strong semiconductor and chip exports. Data from the Korea Customs Service on Thursday showed that outbound shipments reached $34.1 billion, which is an on-year increase of 11.2%. Exports of ships especially led the rise as they hiked by nearly 371% on-year. Shipments to China, the US, Vietnam, and the EU all rose as well. Overall exports of March are expected to record a surplus for the 6th consecutive month. The United States has circulated a draft UN Security Council resolution calling for an immediate ceasefire linked to the release of hostages in the Gaza Strip. Secretary of State Antony Blinken made the announcement while on a tour of the Middle East that will include a stop in Israel. Blinken began his tour by holding talks in Saudi Arabia on Wednesday. According to an Egyptian foreign ministry note, he is set to meet Arab foreign ministers and a senior Palestinian official in Cairo on Thursday, as he pushes for a truce between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip. That brings us to the end of tonight's AI headline news. Thank you for watching. Good night.